was going for it. A celebratory cocktail with hors d'oeuvres, a glass of wine, the macaroni and cheese with truffle oil she'd seen on the hotel's 5-star menu, and a decadent dessert. Alone in her room, all by herself, away from Berlin and her neediness and the rest of the crew. Yup, Harper could eat naked and cross-legged on her bed if she wanted. She could dress in a cocktail dress. It didn't matter. It was a no-judgment zone. Whatever felt right at that moment was what she was going to do. Harper filled her lungs with a deep breath, pulled through flared nostrils, then exhaled her distressing thoughts through pursed lips. Robin Williams had said, "I used to think that the worst thing in life was to end up alone. It's not. The worst thing in life is to end up with people who make you feel alone." "You're in this place by design. It's a survival strategy. By January, things will be different." Checking her body mechanics, lifting her chin, pulling her shoulders back, Harper kept her pace steady as the melody slowed and faded. With the first phrase of the next song on her playlist, Harper tugged her phone from her thigh pocket on her Don't Run Me Over blaze orange and black jogging tights and tapped the button to skip to the next in the queue. Harper was in a lonely mood and didn't need anyone extolling the joys of finding the love of their life, heading toward their much-awaited blissful ever after. As the next song on her playlist queued up, Harper's ringtone jingled through the earbuds. Harper knew, without even looking, who was calling. It was uncanny. Almost without fail, when the notion of a love connection crossed into Harper's awareness, Ridge was on the phone. An etheric joke by some snickering helper guide with a sick sense of humor. "Hello?" "Hey, we're here," came the warm baritone. Yup, Ridge, like clockwork. Harper looked at the sky and stuck her tongue out at the imaginary trickster fiend before she asked, "Where's here?" She glanced around the suburban D.C. street, empty except for a clutch of pre-teens shuffling their feet, waiting for the school bus to come. It was the end of May. Freedom was a few dismissal bells away, then the long, lazy stretch of summer. Harper remembered those days. Everything still felt hopeful way back then. She raised her hand in a salute as she passed them by. "We just pulled into your hotel's parking lot," Ridge said. Harper slapped a hand to her forehead. "It's Wednesday. I said I'd help you and Tripwire with the canines scent work Wednesday morning. This morning." She sucked in a deeper breath so she could speak despite her 7-mile-an-hour pace. "Working for Berlin, I keep exquisite track of her every movement. I don't normally have things on my own schedule. I'm sorry, I'm not at the hotel." She was able to get all that out without sounding breathless in Ridge's ear. Kudos to her. Harper had no reasonable explanation for knowing the date, but not the day of the week. Sure she did. Harper was confused because she'd had very little sleep for the last 48 hours researching Berlin's speech and powering through Berlin's unending to-do list with a cross-country flight, California to Washington, D.C., in the middle. While Harper knew the date, she honestly hadn't realized today was Wednesday, which was how she'd pinned this event in her mind. "Berlin and her ambitions are going to be the death of me," she heard Ridge say off to the side. Harper got her schedule confused. Ridge Hansen was the lead operator on Iniquous's Cerberus Tactical Canine Search and Rescue Team. Tripwire was his number 2. Their team had saved Berlin and her camera crew from the bomb cyclone that hit Wild Mountain, Virginia at the beginning of March. Okay. Tell Harper we'll probably see her at Iniquous." Tripwire's voice was off to the side. "Berlin has her security intake this afternoon." Now that Berlin was back on the East Coast for a few days doing what she did best, garnering attention, Berlin wanted to hire Iniquous to do her close protection for her D.C. appearances. There wasn't any reason for Berlin to need security. Berlin was simply dressing for the job she wanted. She wanted to be a Hollywood A-lister. That role required hunky security in her pictures. The operatives working for Iniquous, in their uniform dark gray compression shirts, showing off their